For Black Ops 6 Zombies, there are 18 Dark Ops challenges, and in this video, I'm going to show you guys the top 5 easiest Dark Ops challenges to unlock. I'll also show you guys how to cheese the hardest Dark Ops challenge, which makes it one of the easiest now. Also, there seem to be a minimum of 2 Dark Ops challenges that are bugged, and people cannot get them to unlock, even though they know how to do them. I'll go over those later on in the video, but yeah, I'd maybe hold off on trying those since they're so tough. But for the top 5 easiest, we'll start with the one that is the easiest, and this is number 5, called Well, That Was a Waste. This is where you consume a Perkaholic gobblegum, you get all your perks, and then you get downed within 10 seconds of chewing that gum. And this sounds awful to waste a Perkaholic just for a challenge, but if you do it right, you'll get to keep your perks. And shout out to Tag935, this was his suggestion. He was like, just do this whenever there's another player around that can revive you and you can keep your perks, like with a near-death experience, a Phoenix Up, or even the augment that's on the healing aura. We went in to try it, and yes, it does work. So I'm here with Cam, and we put the rage mode on so that we could get a nice pile of zombies that I could get downed in. You can't down yourself with a grenade because you have flopper on, so yeah, you have to die another way, and rage-induced zombies works very well. There are players that have tried to get this challenge to unlock and it didn't work, so I would suggest doing this in a really organized way to ensure that you're not wasting a Perkaholic and you do get the challenge. So I just waited until he had his Phoenix up. Again, we have the rage mode on. He's training the zombies, getting ready for me. I am gonna chew that gum and then run myself right into that horde and get downed instantly. Once you get downed, it should pop pretty quickly. You'll see that Dark Ops come up, and then yeah, people in the game can revive you. So again, he used Phoenix Up gobblegum, revive me. You can see I've got all my perks, and now I can play the game without wasting the Perkaholic. I'll show you guys the other 4 Dark Ops challenges, and then the 2 you may not want to try. But first, I want to show you guys how you can get Black Ops 6 Zombies at a nice discount. This is where I buy a lot of my games, and they are the ones making this video possible. So massive shout out to G2A.com. Are you ready for a game-changing deal? At G2A, your ultimate gate to adventure, we're kicking off an exclusive weekly sale that you can't miss. Whether you're shopping on desktop or mobile, we've got something special just for you. Use code WEEKLYSALE on desktop for 12% off, or grab 15% off on the G2A app with code WEEKLYSALEapp. But remember, this is an exclusive offer for logged in users only. Here's the deal. Any item in your basket must not exceed 50 euros, which is about $54 US. You can add as many items as you want under that limit, but if you try to add something over 50 euro, the discount won't apply to that item. So stack up those 45 euro games and grab a great deal. Just keep each item below the 50 euro mark. The sale is live from October 25th until November 4th, so don't wait. Log in, use your code, and start saving today. Whether you're gearing up for the next big game or looking to score on some must-have digital products, G2A has you covered. So adventurers, what are you waiting for? Your adventure starts now with the best deals at G2A. Okay, back to the video. So 4th on the list is Harbinger of Doom, and I think a lot of people are going to have this completed and not even realize they did it. This one is kill 100 enemies with a single score streak, and this is not single use score streak. This is collectively with 1. So like the chopper gunner is going to be a great option. So yeah, you could get into a chopper gunner 3 to 4 times and you'll have this knocked out no problem. Number 3 on the list is called Strike, and this is where you get a perfect score of 300 in bowling. This is an animated camo, and this is where you go around and shoot the 5 Mr. Peak shoes. It will let you into the bowling alley, and then you can shoot a 6th pair and come back 2 more times each game. This one is really easy because if you're in a match with other players that reach 300, I believe this unlocks for you as well. To reach 300, you have to kill 30 zombies in a 2-minute time period, and it's 10 points per zombie. And if you're solo, it's tough because you don't get as many zombies. If you have even one other player with you, it's going to make it so much easier. It's going to double the amount of zombies, and you're most likely going to get 300. Number 2 on the list is Invincible. This is where you reach round 30 without going down. To make this super easy, I would recommend saving up all your points to buy tier 3 armor first. After multiple playthroughs, I realized that tier 3 armor is where it's at. Like, you buy this first, and then you go pack a bunch and get your perks after that. Playing into the 20s and 30s, I noticed that the armor was holding up really well. I didn't even go get perks, but then when I played the opposite way, I had perks and no armor, it was much more challenging. So it seems like the armor is the star of the show in Black Ops 6 Zombies. And if you're solo and maybe a newer player, you're gonna breeze right through this with tier 3 armor. And number 1 on the list is social distancing. Reach round 20 without taking damage. This is one of the more difficult ones, and there's a way around it if you don't want to do the challenge legit. The way people are doing it is one player plays by themselves, not in solo, but in a squad game, but don't have squad fill on, and they go to round 19 and then invite you in. They kill the last zombie, you spawn in, and it should trigger it. But what we did to make sure it was super safe is Cam played by the bank, and then when I spawned in, I just ran over here and attached to the safe so that I was invincible. This challenge should pop at the beginning of round 20, but in case you accidentally get slapped during that round change transition, yeah, it could interrupt it, who knows. These Dark Ops challenges seem to be touchy. But yeah, this definitely worked. It popped up while I was attached to the safe. You could also go in if the other player has that safe open, but you can hang out on that safe door and look at that combo to enter for 2 solid minutes. Here I'm going into the menus and seeing that, yep, the social distancing did trigger, so that works. So there are 2 that are bugged. One is called Good Enough, and this is actually a repeat Dark Ops from Cold War. This is where you played around 20 and you just use your starting loadout. So you can't pack a bunch, can't upgrade, no ammo mods, perks, nothing. This one seems to be bugged for everyone, so I wouldn't recommend trying that one until we know more. The other one that seems to be bugged, and shout out to Alex on Twitter, he's been trying it for a while, and that's where you have to buy every single weapon out of the mystery box. He said he cycled the box 200 times plus, and there seems to be 3 weapons missing, 2 melee and 1 launcher. That's a very time-consuming and challenging Dark Ops to do, so if you guys are gonna try for that, just know that other people are struggling currently. But I hope this helped you guys out, and we'll see you next video.